What's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. I'm Ron, and we had a little bit of a buzzer beater right here. I clicked go live right at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. We cut it close there. Just the way the schedule worked, I knew I was going to have to get a wide receiver rankings video out tomorrow, and I know that the algorithm, once that Thursday night game starts, those videos are pretty much done. So we're gonna get that up super early tomorrow morning. So I decided to outline it, film it, and tomorrow, instead of waking up early, outlining a video, all of that, we're gonna not sleep in, but probably stay in an hour or two past when I usually do. So I figured, we'll do a late night stream here. This is pretty much it feels like it's Christmas Eve, where it's the night before the first football game of the season. So why not sort of do a little bit of a late night draft stream? I don't know how many drafts we're going to do. We'll see how the vibes are in the chat. I'm curious kind of what the vibes even are in the chat right now. It is super, super late. If any of you guys are out here, I do appreciate you guys. What do we got, man? We see you. We got Chris in here. We got Steve in here. Yeah, a little late night shenanigan with the fellas. Why not? We got Jaden in here, Cole Sparks. We got Frankie Milazzo in here. We got Bracken Ridge. How's it going, fellas? Season is upon us. How is it, man? How is it? We got Henry. We got Jaden. Dude, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, dude. Look, we said, okay, I'm August, whatever. But it's just, my grind is different when football season is around the corner. That's really what it comes down to. My grind is just simply different. I'm halfway joking. What do we got? We got Tom in here. What's up? Am I going to see you tomorrow? Depends when I get done with work, but I'd say most likely. I'm trying to chill with the boys and watch this game. But how's everybody doing? I just finished up recording the wide receiver rankings video. I recorded the RB rankings video earlier today, and then I outlined the wide receiver rankings video. I've been doing a ton of work today, fellas, but again, it's that time of year. And I'm very much glad just that it is nice this time of year because videos you post do well. That's kind of a funny way to put it, but if I posted the draft party video or something like that, if I posted that in February, it'd flop. Most videos are flopping back then compared to what videos do now. But I'm just glad, we're things are hot right now. So I'm just going to keep pushing. That's really what it comes down to. But how's everybody? We got Jake in here. Yeah, give the stream a like, man. We're up so late here. Again, depending on what the vibes are. Also, what are we saying, fellas? I really want to do a big dog. I don't know if it's going to fill, but I would like to do a big dog. I don't know if that's whack. I don't know if you guys... Oh, wait. The puppy is definitely not even around anymore, huh? The puppy fill? I feel like it had to. Yeah, so all we got is the big dog 3, and that's honestly what I wanted to play the most. Let's do it. Now, by the way, we're on Underdog Fantasy, the best ball platform in the world, the greatest sponsor of all time. You guys saw, or I hope most of you guys saw. If you didn't, make sure you check out the video. It's probably my favorite thing I've ever done. The draft party video we dropped last night at 11 p.m. We had a premiere with 300 to 400 people in there watching live, but it was really cool. We went down the shore. We filmed an entire draft, and it was sponsored by Underdog. They paid for pretty much the entire trip. All of my buddies got to come. No expenses paid on their end. But it was really fun. We drafted our home league teams, and I thought the video came out very, very good here. Now, when we talk about Underdog and what they actually are, it's a best ball platform. You draft your team. There's no setting your lineup. There's no trades. There's no waivers. There's none of that. You draft your team, and that's it. And there is a finite number of fantasy football drafts you're going to do this summer, and pretty much they come to an end in less than 24 hours. So I'm trying to get into as many drafts as I can because I'm going to miss it once the season comes, to be honest with you guys. So if you feel the same way, I'm going to drop a link in the chat that'll take you right to Underdog Fantasy. It'll use promo code RON, and it will match your first deposit up to $100 if it's your first deposit. Now, let's put this on here in the chat. We got heads in the chat, huh? We got heads in here. All right, there's a link in the chat. It'll take you right to Underdog Fantasy. You'll use promo code Ron. We're gonna hop on one of these. I don't know. I don't know how long it's gonna take for these to fill. Waiting for 3 people. Is this now a time where I should? I gotta be honest. I might turn off a light in here and sort of set the vibes. It is pretty late to have all of these lights on. All right, so here's where we're at. We have 3 people we're waiting on here. The question is, how should I get... Oh, waiting for 2. Okay, so this might just fill. This might just fill super quick. I'm going to send the link. Like, I'm trying to think if I even need to promote this. Oh, no, I think we're going to get this filled, dude. I think we're going to get this filled. But how is everybody doing, man? Just got around to watching the Matt Harmon video. You did a great job hosting that. Thank you, man. That's actually like the nicest compliment you could possibly give me on that video. Down the shore, you from Philly? No, I'm from Jersey. You nocturnal? Not really. Not really, but I'm out here, dude. Why you wait till midnight to go live? I've been grinding all day. I've been working all day. All right, we're loading into this thing, fellas. We're loading into this thing. And we get the 3 spot, too. That's nice. I'm very much down for the 3 spot. All right, let's get this all positioned here. Sorry if I seem discombobulated. I didn't think... I mean, we got some heads in here. Got some heads in here. I didn't expect this to kind of go well. All right, so what do we got? What do we got? If you're in this draft, let me know. I don't... Do any of you guys recognize these names? No. We got Mike. No slip-ups tonight. What's the coach, is it Coach Carter quote? We will be perfect. Damn, we're getting super chats already? Pick 2. David Montgomery, James Conner, Raheem Mostert. I appreciate the super chat. What do we got? I would probably go with Montgomery and Mostert. And then in terms of tight ends... Dude, I haven't done my tight end rankings, but... You could seriously talk me into Luke Musgrave being very high, especially with the Christian Watson news right now. Christian Watson is out. Or he's not out. He's not out. He's questionable right now. He did not practice. I meant that he did not practice today. Like, there is a chance that he is out, is what I'm trying to say. I was very much unaware that his status was ever up in the air until very recently, Christian Watson. So if Watson doesn't play, I'd go Musgrave. If he does play, I think I'd go Laporta. But I guess Thursday night game, you won't know. I think I would definitely sit Laporta tomorrow in case if Christian Watson doesn't play. And if Christian Watson doesn't play, I'd go Musgrave. And if Christian Watson does play, I'd just go Kincaid. And the Monday night game will actually give you like enough time to sort of wait on that decision as well. Like, until I did research for the wide receiver rankings video today, I was very much unaware that Christian Watson had not been practicing and had some kind of hamstring issue. What the hell is that? Is that a... Oh, that's a... What currency is that? What is HK? I thought this guy just hit me with a $78 super chat. Which I told him, like, please don't do that. Your last draft today, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 2 flex. Tyreek, Ridley, London, Addison. So nice little sort of like 0 RB. I probably would have liked one more wide receiver in that mix. But I'd say it looks solid. I'm interested to see where Kelsey goes as well. But it seems like nothing really changed. He still goes 109. You said ETN... Yeah, I will say as well, I'm not... I mean, I'm down to answer questions, but I'm also down to just chill. He said ETN owner is open to trade. I mean, like, what, you have Gibbs, Javonte. I guess if you could turn Javonte and a bench piece into ETN, then go for it. But outside of that, probably not. I think this was the last episode of Hard Knocks, right? Amon-Ra over Diggs is crazy. I've seen it before. Noob league. I guess you could call it a noob league. I mean, everybody in here just put $250 down, so. I think the thing that some people don't understand where, like, I have always find it crazy how much people love to just have the gut reaction of, like, oh, this is a casual league. Because they just saw, like, one, like, weird out-of-character pick when, in reality, what, Amon-Ra St. Brown's ADP is 12.5. You know what, like 5% of the time, 10% of the time is going to go in the middle of the first round because some guys like him. Like, it's not all that uncommon. I think we've seen him go 5th overall in a high stakes draft before. It's like as much as ADP, it still has, you know, error bars to it. Cup getting placed on IR? Cup getting placed on IR? What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't see anything official. Like, it's just like, I don't know. I think, like, the knee-jerk reaction comments to just being like, oh, this pick was, like, 6 picks above ADP. Oh, my God, this is a fish league. And it's like, I mean, dude, what's going on? Are you guys saying that there's more Cup info? I haven't heard anything about IR with Cup. Yeah, I don't know, dude. In a format like this, I'm still drafting Cup here. Hate to say it. I think you guys are going to roast the hell out of me for taking Cup there, but at 22 overall, I'm taking him in a best ball tournament that's skewed towards end-of-season scoring. You guys are going to hate that pick. It's like, at a certain point, you have to draft Cooper Kupp, fellas. At a certain point, there has to be a spot where you draft him. And even if he goes on IR, I'd like, if he misses 5-6 games, if you get a top 5 wide receiver for the last 10 games of the season, like, he's very much pays off at this price. Wow, we get Jalen Hurts to come back, huh? I don't usually take Hurts, but a 3rd round Hurts in a best ball, I'm game, I'd say. You could have talked me out of that. But yeah, I'm gonna go Hurts there. 3rd round Hurts, I feel like, is nice. That's a start through 3 I've probably never done before. In what feels like 700 plus drafts this year. Cup is a possible nerve issue. I don't know, with the information that we have, maybe I could have pushed him past the turn, but what would it have been for? It would have been for, like, Hurts or, I don't know. I just have such a big tier at the 2-3 turn from, like, Olave, Waddle, all the way through Andrews. I'm fine kind of taking Cup and see what comes back to me, is the way I feel. Why does Jason Kelsey have a, what are you talking about? It said maybe he misses Thursday? I don't think Cup's not even playing on Thursday. What's up, EG3? Give me Olave over Cup. I don't know if I'm there. Oh, Jason Kelsey talking about Travis Kelsey. I see. Odds Kelsey breaks down to injury this year? I don't want to put odds on that. But I would say as an older guy, it's not, like, out of the possibility. I didn't answer Super Chat. Rate my 10-man team. Pick 6. Let's see it. Pick 6. 2 flex league. Fields, Gibbs, Pierce, Hill, Garrett Wilson, Kittle, London, Dotson, B-Rob, Sky. Yeah, it's a solid team. I mean that's stacked, but in a 10-man, I assume that you could probably go against a lot of teams that look like that. But yeah, I'd say that's solid. QJ off the bench there is nice too. What's up, Stogie? Yeah, I mean, Coach wasn't ruling it out, but I don't think that was $78. I think it was like 78 HK or something crazy. We got the music mic in here. What's up, fellas? Yeah, he's not ruling out IR, but it doesn't mean he's going on IR. Yeah, this is a fun start. The issue is that now we're probably going to have to sort of find our way into Goddard. I will say, of the elite 3 QBs in terms of my exposure, like Mahomes, Hurts, Allen, by far Hurts is my lowest of the 3. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know about, like, it's tough to predict somebody breaking down, but like I think it's fair to say that as an older player already having an injury, like that's probably, you know, re-injury rate is definitely high. I wouldn't say Rip Cup. How's the golf game coming along? I'd say it's coming along all right. I'd say I went golfing. I played 9 on Monday, and I would say I probably had my best game yet. Or my best, maybe probably not best game, but best round yet is what they call it, I guess. We kept score. I'll say, like, we shouldn't have kept score. My buddy would insist that we keep score. I probably got, we played 9. I probably got double par on pretty much everything besides like 2 or 3 holes. But this is that was probably the most consistent off the tee I've been. I had some nice shots, but honestly, like, where I costed on Monday was just putting. I don't think I one putted or whatever. I don't know if you call it a one putt, but I don't think I got something onto the green and then took one putt to get it in once. Hurts breaks fantasy with the Eagles tush push. Oh yeah, could go Swift as well. Wow, 4th round Ramondre in this room is pretty crazy. So 4th round Ramondre looks weird, or looks good. That's an early Justin Fields in this room. So again, this is a $250 draft. So it does, I mean, like, quite literally the stakes feel higher, but nothing else really sticks out past that, though. And to be honest, the 7th overall guy got clowned, but I kind of like what he's cooking there. Ridley over Devontae Adams is pretty wild, though. I will admit that, but all right, let's see what's sort of available here. Paul Haber, let me get Brees, buddy. Let me do it. Wow. Oh, you're kidding me, dude. You're kidding me. I would have loved Brees there. I don't take a lot of Kenneth Walker, but I do think he makes sense here. I don't know. Wide receivers felt super flat. I can't, look, I love Ayuk. I can't stomach paying a 4th round pick on Ayuk, bro. Like, if you project Ayuk out, like, I did the wide receiver rankings video today, and he's like my wide receiver, like 29. And Kenneth Walker, I think, was my wide receiver, or was my RB 13 today. Like, it becomes a pretty tough button push there, and I don't like I have Walker over him, or I have like Dobbins and Pierce over Walker in a vacuum, but at that price, it would have been pretty brutal to take either of those backs. And then here's where I'm like comfortable taking, or actually I'm gonna take Deontay on the other side of the Walker game, just for a little week 17. Even though it's a smaller contest here, I found that week 17 correlation is still pretty important, even in a smaller field. Would you consider doing Battle Royale / DFS stuff? I think the plan is right now to do a weekly stream where we do a Battle Royale every week. I will say, though, it's not my expertise. We would be drafting teams based on vibes. But the beauty of Battle Royale is I think it's still not a solved enough game where you can't win just based off vibes. Like, I have a couple of really nice Battle Royale wins, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing, if I'm being honest. Like, I literally just go to establish the runs rankings, filter by, like, ceiling on their, like, FanDuel projections, and then sort of make a rankings based off of that. And that's really it. Is the board blurring on NOS's phone? Let me know. Would I do Higgins for Ridley straight up? Probably not, unless if I'm like completing a stack or something. Oh, I can stomach being let down by Deontay Johnson again. I'm willing and able to. Dude, look, dude. If you guys want a Ronnie 2-lock special, not financial or gambling advice, Ronnie 2-locks, I like the Chiefs to cover. I like the over. And then I even like the alternate line of like Chiefs minus 9.5. If you can get Chiefs minus 9.5 at plus 200 or better, hammer it. People, look, dude. I would love to see the Lions win. Don't get me wrong, it'd be a great story. And I think everyone sort of wants this to be a good game and for it to be close, kickoff of the year, dude. But this is Patrick Mahomes at home. I don't really care who his weapons are. You just don't make money betting against Mahomes. And if you're going to get under 5 points at home on the best guy touching a football right now, I'll take that every time. That's what my take is. That's our Ronnie 2-lock segment here. We got super chats. I appreciate the super chat. Lennox. Trade T and Montgomery for Gibbs and Mike Will. T and Montgomery for Gibbs and Mike Will. Man, that's interesting. You said 2 flex. You have Fields, Brees, Garrett Wilson, Diggs. Garrett Wilson, Diggs, Dotson, Elijah Moore, Bateman. You'd be trading away T. You already have Garrett Wilson and Diggs? Yeah, I think you can do that. I think you can do that. I don't usually love deals like that, but I think that actually works a lot. What should be the... All right, hold up. Let's make this pick, and then I'll sort of get around to reading that. But I do appreciate the super chat there. Let's see. You could talk me into San Fran, George Kittle, but I think I'd rather pass and try and get Dallas Goedert a little bit later. Probably has to be a wide receiver than Dallas Goedert, so I'm going to take... I'm going to take Javonte here. We'll take Javonte. We'll take 2 stabs in the dead zone. Don't worry about it. I think we're strong enough at wide receiver that we didn't have to just, like... This feels like a very flat tier as well. And to me, I think like 6'10 for Javonte in a contest, especially where like BBM guys are getting like in the hundreds. This being Javonte is like pretty static ADP in this contest. I'm very much fine with that. I didn't want to go Judy because like we already have Cup. I don't want to draft another injured player. Addison and Flower are more guys you have to sort of wait to come on at the end there. I know people want Kittle, but I'm going Goddard here just because we need some sort of Hurts correlation. You could talk me into passing on Goddard and see if he comes back with 3 tight ends on the board, but I'm going to say there's probably no shot he gets to pick like 94. I'm actually going to go Addison. I'm going to go Addison. I'm going to dare this room to take Dallas Goedert unstacked. I don't care. I don't care. I'll stack him to a running back later. We don't even really need a stack with Hurts. What else we got in here? Do you think Brees is startable just yet? I think I had him at RB32 in today's video. He's startable. Doesn't feel great, but he is startable. I have him as like a boom bust RB3. What else we got in here? Oh, wait, we have a super chat that I wasn't really quite sure what he was saying. BT here. Wood should be number 2, RB2, PPR, Sanders, Dobbins. So of that bunch, I would go Dobbins at RB1. And then you're choosing a flex between them and Scary Terry. I would probably then go, I think probably Miles Sanders. How much of the Rugby World Cup you going to watch? Literally not a single second of it, brother. We got football on, my guy. I love people are saying who's Mahomes throwing the ball to. As people were saying last year, people were fading Mahomes. They were saying who's he going to throw the ball to when he didn't have Tyreek Hill. I'm really not all that concerned. What else we got in here? Took Kittle and redraft and already hate it. Firing Musgrave up if he sits. Dude, if Watson's out, Musgrave is a great play this week if that's the case. Something I haven't thought about till now, but I'd almost say tight ends are almost more handcuffs than like wide receivers are. Or if like a wide receiver goes down, another wide receiver doesn't necessarily get a huge bump, but a tight end just moving up the target totem pole kind of does. Just because of how little relevant like startable tight ends there actually are. Like if your starter goes down, you're immediately in the mix for like fringe top 8. Like Godwin and Evans go down tomorrow, and K. Dotton is like a top 12 play for week 1. Fringe top 12. I don't know. Let me know if I'm wild for that. Mega nutsack on the boy. What a crazy thing to say. Ron, great work. Keep it up, bro. Thank you, man. You got Brock Purdy 4 CEH. This is a 1 QB league? I think I would go Breece Hall over Nico Collins at this point, though. I think I would. I think for sure, actually. Is Kittle, McLaurin, and Watson going to play? It's tough to say. It's very tough to say. You guys keep talking, like, I keep on checking my phone for updates, thinking that somebody's going to get put on IR or something. But yeah, I'm not sure. Watson's the one that feels most recent. I would say the most likely to play of the bunch would be McLaurin. It would be McLaurin, then Kittle, then Watson, but I'm really not sure. Brees or Van Jefferson's actually like surprisingly close. I think I still go Brees in that scenario. Like where you drafted Brees, I know it's, you don't want it to factor in too much in week 1, but at the same time, if Brees Hall gets like 16 points and Van Jefferson sucks, and you spend like a 4th round pick on Brees Hall just to play Van Jefferson in week 1 and like lose, I can stomach Van Jefferson going off on my bench. This is going to be Elijah Moore, I think. I do sort of wish I had that Dallas Goedert pick back. Passing on Goddard for Addison, I'm not sure if it was the play. I did think something would make it back to us, but I think we can patch it together. It just comes down to how brutal not having Hurts correlation is. And we didn't have a look at Swift here either. He went 7th round, yeah. So we're going to go Freiermuth here. We'll go Freiermuth here. We have the Pittsburgh-Seattle stuff. We can go either Geno or Pickett as our QB2. All right. I think we're looking decent. Not crazy about this team, I'll be honest. Not crazy about it. Got a super chat here. You said Hurts, Bijan, Pollard, Gibbs. Hurts, Bijan, Pollard, Gibbs, Ken Walker, Dobbins. Any moves or stay patient. 2 wide receiver, 1 flex league. I'd say you could probably trade one of Gibbs, Ken Walker, or Dobbins for a wide receiver, to be honest. Like you're gonna have Ken Walker and Dobbins on the bench here. Right? Yeah. I think you have to trade one or both of those. What do we got here? Yeah, I don't love that pick. We kind of got shafted there. I think Goddard was the play. Because if we're talking like the 2v2, it's like Javonte. It's like Goddard. It's Goddard and... It's like Goddard and Nico Collins or Freiermuth. Or Freiermuth and Addison. Maybe it could have been a running back, but there was nothing else that really looked good there. Definitely need to be looking at Penny and Gainwell here. Just to have something. But I will say at the same time, King Cap last year, the guy who won the first place overall prize, had an unstacked Joe Burrow and won the $1 million regular season prize. So, I mean, that's like a one crazy outcome, but but think about all the Week 17 correlation. All right, what else we got in here? And we got so many heads that I'm struggling to keep up with the chat. Yeah, you trade Connor for Pierce all day. What else we got? What else we got? Your wife has Damian Pierce, Kyle? No. Should I trade Connor for Pierce straight up and my wife has Pierce? Buddy. That's insane. I'd say you probably can't accept that, Kyle. I'd say you probably can't. I would err on the side of nah. That's so funny. She's a big Connor person. Good Lord. Surely Connor was available when she took Pierce. Surely. Unless if you are somehow a bigger Connor person than she is. And in that case, this whole thing is hilarious. I don't really feel a ton of pressure to go Geno. I'm going to go Mims here. This is a nice upside wide receiver. 10th round. Then we have wide receivers with the flex +2, I believe. And then we'll see what gets back to us here. All right, and then we're going to take Rashad Penny. Who Rashad Penny could crush, dude. Rashad Penny and Jalen Hurts could be like Miles Sanders, Jalen Hurts last year. What do you think of the Watson injury? It's insane. I can't believe... I mean, it came out of nowhere. Came out of nowhere, and we really won't have clarity for a little bit. Tom's asking... Tom's in my home league. Sure, I'll answer your question, Tom. This is T.Y. Anders. Raheem Mostert, Brees, or Javonte. Tom, I literally dropped our RB rankings video today. I answered this question in today's video, but I would go Raheem Mostert by a good bit there. We got Shaquille in here. What's up, brother? What's up? Love the home league draft video. I appreciate everyone that checked it out and enjoyed it. I had a ton of fun filming it. Happy all the boys could come out. Honestly, the entire thing went much smoother than I thought it would be. Yeah, I don't think anybody in the Dynasty community anticipated Gibbs going this high in redraft. Because if they did, I think that they would... I think it would have been... He would have been much more expensive. Thoughts on Marvin Mims? I love him. We've been drafting him all offseason. I think that one of the first videos we made this offseason was saying that Mims' like ADP of 178 was too low. Here, I don't know. The thing is, like, I have a tough time, like, now skyrocketing Javonte on my rankings. Coaches say things all the time. it's tough to really buy it a ton. I'd imagine it's still going to be a similar, like my guess would be a similar split to what it was in the preseason, where it's like 55-45. Like I don't think it's going. I don't think he's going to be a bell cow in week 1. Who the hell is cutting footballs for the Green Bay Packers? Jaden Reed and Luke Musgrave and Aaron Jones. Bless me. Good Lord. Also, Jahmyr Gibbs in non-PPR, his value goes down by a good chunk. Start Watson or Addison? I would go Watson if he plays. If not, then obviously Addison. You're scared of them overworking Javonte based on Stephania Bell's work. If this is an article, send me the link. Because I'm familiar. I know she's on like ESPN, and I've seen her stuff. I know like Established Run brings her on, but I don't think I've listened to any pods with her on it specifically this year. But I am very curious about that. Reed and Musgrave are your highest owned Packers on Underdog. Love to see that. Pick 2 between Brees, MB Golf. I would go Swift over Brees. And in terms of Juju, Odell, Deion Jackson, Van Jefferson, good Lord, brother. That is nasty business. I think that's Brees there. That is Brees there. Super chat from Matthew here. What do you think? We got a team that is a 3 wide receiver. I assume 1 flex. I will assume 1 flex, but I'm not sure. Geno, Wilson, Debo, Dotson, Zay Flowers, I'm going to assume. Sky Moore, Chubb, or Mondre. I mean, yeah, that's a sick team, brother. Running backs are Chubb or Mondre and Warren. Plus you have Wilson, Debo, Dotson, and Zay Flowers. How does that work? All right, let's see. So we have Goff here. I don't think we have any Detroit. We don't have any Dallas either, so it doesn't really do much for us. I'm going to go with Gainwell as well here. We don't have a lot of Hurts correlation, and I'm fine spending my 11th and 12th round pick on the best rushing offense in football. We got a super chat from Garrett. What's up? What's up? I trade Saquon and Burrow for Bijan. Who the hell is TP, man? You guys make me go through my Rolodex with these names sometimes. TP. But in terms of just for Bijan, Saquon and Burrow for Bijan, I think that's pretty tough. Tony Pollard. I'm an idiot. All right, I'm on the clock now. I'll get to that in a second. Let's do John Mingo here. I don't feel any pressure at all. Or actually, no, we're going to go with Damian Harris. I actually love Harris there. We might be done at running back. Actually, no, this is probably a 6 running back build. This is probably a very classic 2-6-7-3 is what I would probably assume. Yeah, it's probably going to be 2-6-7-3. Somebody really take Pickett already? Somebody took 12th round Pickett. Good Lord, man. All right. Who can we look at QB then? Miami, Pittsburgh, Minnesota, Denver. Yeah, so I guess Russ would have been a fine pick there, but it felt like we had more options later. I mean, in the off chance he makes it back to us, I would love Russ, but... But probably Saquon and Joe Burrow for Tony Pollard and Herbert. That just feels super lateral. I guess I'd prefer Pollard, but I don't think I would do the Bijan side. Would you trade Gabe Davis and Rashad White for Taylor and Trevor Lawrence? Your RB isn't that deep. You have Bijan, James Cook, and Brian Robinson. I think you could get away with that. If your wide receivers are super deep and you don't need Gabe Davis and he's not like attached to Josh Allen, I think you can do that. You got to solve the riddle. I don't know. Do I not know ball to not associate Pollard with TP? Why not Bijan? It just feels like it feels like a lot of it feels like a pretty heavy premium to pay on top of Saquon to give up Saquon and Joe Burrow. Like, I love Bijan as much as the next guy, but giving up an elite, unless if you somehow have a Trevor Lawrence or better QB on your bench, yeah, I just can't. $350 to $400 this time of night. Yeah, you guys are going crazy, dude. But we're out here, dude. Only got so many more drafts to do. Oh, I'm aware. We get football today. We get football today. It's officially Thursday. Javonte Dotson or London? Probably London for me. Garrett Wilson, Devonta Smith, Calvin Ridley, and Juju. And how many starting spots? Tim, let me know how many starting. What's the starting lineup? I do appreciate the super chat though, because it's tough. It's tough to say if it's a 2 wide receiver 1 flex league, then you're probably fine. If it's a 3 wide receiver 1 flex league, you probably need to hold on to Gabe. Two wide receiver 1 flex. I think you can get away with that. Maybe move off of James Cook once Taylor gets back, if he ever does. Another super chat from Dipster here. Watson, Pollard, Hall, Jefferson, Lamb, Ridley, Watson, Waller. Good Lord, I need a starting lineup, potentially. Oh, no, you put it in here. That's my bad. 2 wide receiver, 2 flex. All right, hold up. Let's do... So we can only do 1 more wide receiver. Let's do Deion Jackson. I don't really have much of him. But I'm fine taking a flyer on him here. I think my plan is going to be to backdoor into a Mac Jones situation here. That's what I think I've decided. Quez Watkins not going to happen on this team. We have enough with Gainwell and Penny. That's fine. Yeah, I think you guys are going to hate this, but we're going to go Devontae Parker and see if we can set up the Mac Jones thing later on. It's not pretty. But 2 wide receiver, 2 running back, and 2 flex spots. 2 wide receiver, 2 running back, and 2 flex spots. All right, let's see. Pollard and Brees, Jefferson, Lamb, Ridley, Watson. You have Khalil Herbert, Elijah Moore, Sky Moore, Deontay Johnson, and Judy. Good Lord. Yeah, I mean, that's sweet. That's sweet. Oh, it's 8. It's an 8 team. Yeah, I don't. That's tough. That's tough to know. I imagine everyone has a stack team, but that looks good on paper. I did not see the Liam and FFPC guy video today, but I am very curious to know how that went. Holy. I saw him say something about that on Twitter, and I was like, nah. Because it's insane. The FFPC dude, for as much money as the content creators give them and for as much action I have on their site, dude, they are bozos at the top over there, bro. It's absolutely insane. Like, letting a rule stand because of like a 16-year precedent when best ball has only come around the last like 3 years. Just change it. Just like they almost remind me of like EA, dude. Like they constantly fumble over themselves and just get in their own way when they could just have like the leading spot for high stakes without any drama at all. But yeah, apparently Liam had him on or whatever to talk about that rule change. I'm very curious to know how that went. You said Fields. You said 12-man non-PPR league. Fields, Adams, Olave, Watson, CMC, Pacheco. I hope you have some depth at RB, but I'd say that's okay. Pick 2 between Javonte, McLaurin, Ayuk, Tony, and McKinnon. Probably Williams and Ayuk, but that's tough. You said how many drafts are we doing tonight? We might do one more. Let's see if we can get another. How many rounds we got left in this? 3? Okay, let's see if we can get a big dog 3 to fill. I'll run up one more. All right, 6 people. We'll see. 6 people. It was a disaster? Oh my god. Please tell me how it went. Holy, I'm going to have to watch that 100%. That shit is so funny. Liam is so funny for even entertaining that idea. Very entertaining and emotional. You should definitely take it out. Okay, I'll have to see it. It's truly insane. They just have all of the leverage. But it's why everybody continues to put more action towards NFC. NFFC isn't perfect, but they're very much better. Thank you for your content. Thank you for the super chat, man. I do appreciate that. Best waiver fill-in for Kelsey tomorrow. Dude, I don't hate Noah Gray at all, man. I don't hate Noah Gray at all. I like Noah Gray, but if you don't quite have the balls for Noah Gray, Musgrave if Watson doesn't play is a good pickup. And if not that, then you're probably looking at pretty rough options. So 12-team PPR, 3 wide receiver, 1 flex. Allen Pierce, Kenneth Walker. Wow. Okay, so we got the 2 spot here. All right. We are loading up into another one of these big dogs. I did not expect that to fill. All right, so at the 2 spot, we should have, some time here. Leave a like for 2 big dogs, fellas. This is $500 worth of drafts tonight that we're just ripping for the fun of it because we have football on tomorrow. But in terms of this, 3 wide receiver, 1 flex. Jefferson, Waddle, Watson, Musgrave, Dotson. Your bench is Ayuk, Dillon. Yeah, I mean, that's a stacked team. In 12-team, 3 wide receiver, 1 flex. Like that is very nice. I'm fine taking Mac here. I really don't care. It's like a slight reach, but 16th round, there really isn't such thing. Then we have a free pick. We need 2 tight ends to close out here. This actually has to be Knox. We're gonna go. Oh, this guy went Chase 101. So we're gonna get a 102 Jefferson in this other room. All right, 2 picks away. What's it gonna be, buddy? Fuck, he's gonna take a tight end. What's it gonna be? Thank God, dude. Holy shit. All right, that was really dumb, but yeah, like Knox gives us a little correlation to Mac Jones there. Was clearly the pick that I should have made instead of Mac Jones. Last pick can kind of be whatever. Gesicki's not a terrible option. But we'll see what comes back to us. Now, I think that it's probably, I mean, we have just the 18th round in that draft. I think you guys probably would rather see this new draft that's firing up here. Jefferson at 102 is very fun. Now, I will say, fellas, like these are $250 drafts. I'll answer some of these super chats, but just know I'm not asking for any, is what I'm trying to say. I'm down to just draft. But yeah, that's a solid team. Garrett, you said I have Eckler, so I feel like I should take the risk on him. It's just simply what? Bijan upside and stack. Can you get Bijan and Justin Herbert, Garrett? I didn't know that you could get Bijan and Justin Herbert. If you can get Bijan and Herbert in that deal, then definitely do it. This is a 10-man PPR 2 flex league. Watson, Hall, Swift, Hill, Cup, Ingram, Garrett Wilson, DJ Moore. On the bench, you have Russ, Cole, Herbert, Godwin, Addison, and Njoku trade idea. I'd say if you can just straight swap him for Ingram. I think most places have Ingram higher than him. As of now, it doesn't seem like Kelsey's going to play, no. You're in Hawaii. This is the first live you've been able to catch. That's dope. I love to hear that. Am I going to be able to binge watch every day once the season starts? What do you mean binge watch every day? '18th round Deontay Hardy. It has to be a tight end, sadly. But that is a funny call. Yeah, the shot has to be it has to be on a tight end. I will say I do recognize I recognize Fantasy Dogpan. I know that he has a channel, and I recognize Beretta James as well as like a high volume player. He wrote a thread last night on Twitter or something, or like 2 nights ago about the FFPC. I got through like half of it. Not even half. I'm overplaying that for sure, but so it was very weird looking thread is what I'll say. Very interesting. All right, 2 picks away in this one. I know Mike Gesicki is not the sexy play, or I guess the Secchi play, sadly. Is at one point he was like a 15th round pick, 16th round pick, and I know that we have better information. We know that Hunter Henry's the main guy, but like Gesicki was still paid a good chunk. If this Juju injury, I mean, I don't really buy the Juju injury a ton, but if there's any point to it, then Gesicki probably has like a big slot role and is actually really good for fantasy. So I don't know. We get a nice little stack to Mac Jones. He can catch a stray touchdown at some point. But yeah, let's see what comes back to us. 102 Jefferson. Yeah, I believe that this is the Big Dog 3. Well, you have daily content for me or close to it once the season starts because I can't get enough. I'll have damn near daily content just for you, Tom. But yeah, we'll have a lot of content in season. Just trying to figure out what that is. No, I'm starting Goddard over Gray. Gray's probably like a somewhere in like the 8 to 12 range in terms of tight end rankings for me if Kelsey does not play. But I also haven't done weekly rankings yet. Anything weird happen on this board? You say there's weird vibes going on? Devonta at 14 is pretty crazy. What's on the board? What is it going to be? Dog pound? And he goes Jacobs. Fellas, feel free to roast me. We're going to have 100% Cooper Kupp exposure in the Big Dog 3. It just is what it is. It just simply is what it is, fellas. At pick 23, there's 3 elite QBs. I'm not being the first one to take one of them. You could have maybe talked me into T, but he's going to come back. And I think we're going to go Mahomes. Or no. We're going to go T. That's actually a pretty crazy starting lineup of wide receivers there. His second terrible. I know you guys are going to hate it. Yeah, roast the cup stuff. Dude, it's a tournament. I'm trying to win first place, fellas. I'm trying to win first place. It's like in a redraft managed league, it's a 92nd percentile outcome. And these tournaments, fellas, it's... what, 432 people? So even then, that's still 432 people win $20,000. Trying to ship it, fellas. Trying to ship it. I need to have the best lineup from weeks 15 through 17. No excuses. 250 down the drain. It's all good. Look, some of us can stomach it. Some of us can't. I have enough teams without Cooper Kupp that I don't care. Yeah, exactly. Chase Drafter. The Chase Drafter could have gone with, like... He could have gone Kupp, but he could have also gone, like, some other direction. Like... I don't know, it just didn't make sense. There was no reason to do it. Yeah, I don't know. You're not worried he gets shut down when the Rams are 1-13? I'm just not sure with McVay they're going to be like that terrible. Like I think that McVay is capable of at least making, like, they could be like a 6-11 team where they play tough against their divisional opponents. What if he gets dealt? If they start 1-13 and Kupp can play, why would he just sit out the rest of the season? Like, what if they start, if they start 0-6, why would he just sit out the rest of the year in a year of his prime if he feels he's ready to go? Like, if Kupp was this year's McCaffrey where he just, like, unexpectedly, went somewhere else, it wouldn't be that crazy to me. Rams need picks very badly. I would start both of the Chargers wide receivers. So we had a super chat here. I appreciate it. Hey, Ron, Kelsey's my only tight end. 5 bench spots with Lazard, Dobbs, Kamara, Richardson, Warren. I have to drop anyone. Probably Lazard. I think I would drop Lazard. Or no. I assume that you mean Romeo Dobbs? If that's Josh Dobbs, then drop Josh Dobbs, but there's just no chance. So if that's Romeo Dobbs, then drop Lazard. And grab a tight end for sure. Would I have to go to the Chess Liam stream after this now? Yeah, I'm 100% going to check it out as well. Liam is so funny. Like, he's just down for anything. Challenging the FFPC, I don't know what his position is, owner, founder, whatever, to a live debate on a stream is so funny. How do you feel about an all onesie roster lineup with 3 flex? Any tips because my home league be like that? That would not be for me, is what I'll say there. So you're saying it's like quarterback, tight end, and 3 flexes? Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of that, but you know, I never want to be yucking anyone else's yum, man. That's really what it comes down to, and I would hate to do that to you. I would. So if that's the format that you enjoy playing, then I say knock yourself out. Then I say have yourself a little ball in this all onesies league. The thing that people don't get with Trevor Lawrence, dude, is that his first year was absolutely awful, and then he had a little breakout last year. There's a range of outcomes out there where Trevor Lawrence comes out in year 3 and is just MVP candidate, 40-plus touchdowns, the prince who was promised. Takes QBs to come along into like their true prime a little bit, you know? Like through 2 years, we haven't seen the best of Trevor Lawrence whatsoever, which I think is exciting. Because if Calvin Ridley leads that team in target share and Trevor Lawrence is like top 5 in passing yards and passing touchdowns, then Ridley probably crushes. All right, let's see. Oh, wow, people don't want to draft Christian Watson because of a week 1 injury. Fuck, this guy has Chase. Fuck, it has to be a choice between Burrow and Chase, or Burrow and Watson. You know, if we have to go Herbert, then so be it. If we have to go Justin Herbert, then so be it, man. Fine, do the Burrow thing. I'm fine going Justin Herbert. And if he doesn't go Burrow, oh, and he goes, oh, you're fucking kidding me. You're kidding me. No. No way. There is no chance. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. All right, well played. Fine. All right, we're gonna go Waller here. None of the bad vibes of BBM where Waller goes way later. That's hilarious, dude. Holy shit. I can't believe he did that. In a 250, we go Herbert and Burrow at that 4-5 turn. Huh. You hate to see that. That's so funny. I don't know. I was debating Jefferson and Hawk, but it feels like such a common stack at this 101, 102 spot that, I don't know, even in a small field tournament where uniqueness doesn't matter much, I still just like, I do like Waller over Hawkinson straight up. And I've pretty much been against drafting Waller in this area all offseason and BBM and these like high stakes tournaments just because so many teams have an advantage on you. But in the big dog where Waller's been going here this entire time, I'm fine taking him here. Positional advantage, other side of the Ram week 17. It needed to be a onesie there. That guy's a maniac, but a part of me just has to respect it. 6-point passing TD league, start Deshaun or Dak? Probably Dak for me, but I'm not sure. Is Dak a top 10 QB still in fantasy? He's right on the fringes. Yeah, maybe I should have seen it coming, given that he had Chase and Allen, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure even then I would have expected it. I think I still would have just been like, okay, he'll take one of Herbert or Burrow, and that's kind of what I thought to myself. To, get a falling Christian Watson there, but, I still don't really regret that. What's good, Ron? You're up late? Yeah, I mean, we decided to do a little bit of a late night stream. I mean, it's the night before the first game of the season. I don't really have a video to record or put out tomorrow, so all I have to do is wake up, do ranking semi-lineups tomorrow, and then we'll do a stream probably the hours leading up to kickoff, and that's that. No love for Kenny Walker. We took Kenneth Walker in the one we just did. 101 weekly winners. Wish me luck. Damn, that's volume. Dude was the #1 tight end in Minnesota. That's like being the best looking guy in a Walmart. I don't know why that's like some crazy accomplishment there. Elijah Moore, Addison, or Brees in the flex. Probably Brees, but you could talk me into Addison. Are stacks the move? I'd say so. I'd say so. I'd go Dotson over Gibson. I think I would go Montgomery over London in a half PBR, but that's close. Yeah, the Herbert Burrow pick was pretty crazy there. Cup out week 1. What, like officially, or are you just saying that? Because I took him earlier. What else we got? You said watch this guy take Kirk Cousins. We'll see. I'll dare him to take Kirk. I don't care. Top 3 sodas. I don't really drink soda. I'm really a water or caffeine guy. Is kind of what I've become over the years. Yeah, people come in here and like report fake news to me, and then I like scramble to Twitter and like, did I miss a notification? And it's like, no. But yeah, Cup being ruled out like has been the case the entire day. If JT gets here, I'm taking him. Just want that on the record. The worst time I drafted is in our league, to be honest. Tom, give me the lineup of your best team you have right now. Damn it, I would have loved JT. This guy gets auto JT, of course. All right, so we have to sort of think fast here. Rams, Carolina. Fantasy dog pound. Bringing it down to the last second there. He goes JSN. That's a good pick. I'm going to go Judy then here. I don't really see anything that sticks out to me running back wise. I mean, 7th round, I guess you could talk me into Montgomery or Sanders, but I might go Akers because we do have a bet on the Rams with Cup anyways. Doesn't feel necessary though. Could talk me into Rashad White. Could talk me into Kamara. Kamara on this team could make sense. Going with 6 wide receivers through 7 rounds feels like overkill. But I think we do it here, and we figure out the rest later. Look, fellas, everybody's going to have to bear with me right now. Just bear with me. I'll land this plane. I will. I promise. You just got to bear with me. Hit me with the Guantanamo Bay. What is Guantanamo Bay? Hard to tell. I have 5 buy-ins. I'll show you tomorrow. Yeah, okay, bomb. Your feelings of Miles Sanders this year? I can't help but stay away with all the youth on the team. Yeah. I don't love him. He's kind of a week 1 projection. Not the kind of guy that I like using picks on. They say he's a 3-down role, but his career yards per run is under 1. He's never been an efficient receiver. Even if you want to say, okay, he was on like a Jalen Hurts offense. Before that even, he wasn't, like, yards per run, all of that, never really popped out. I think Chuba Hubbard is as good of a pass catcher, if not better than him. So I don't know. We'll see if that role actually happens, but you still have an offense with a rookie quarterback at the helm. It's like, I don't know. I don't know that there's going to be a lot of scoring. I don't know that there's going to be a lot of drives sustained here. It's just not a, like, coveted spot for me. On the seatbelt is on, the turbulence is heavy right now. No. I promise. Look. I'm turning on the seatbelt sign. I'm saying, look, fellas, heavy turbulence is here. But I have a shortcut they taught me in pilot school. If you could just bear with me for the next 4 to 5 rounds. Bronton, what are all these? What are all these Ron variations you got going on here? 6, 7 wide receivers because shed me run. Yeah, but here's the thing, dude. Here's the thing, fellas. I'm a fireman. I don't run from the flames. I control them. I'm going to pull this thing out of the fire. You guys ever seen that, that was from that, there was like a boxer coach who was like screaming to the guy and his guy in the corner. It's like, you're a fireman. Can you show from the start of the draft? Yeah, I got you. We started from the 2 spot. We went Jefferson, Kupp, T. Higgins, Christian Watson, Darren Waller, Jerry Jeudy, Jordan Addison. And this guy at the turn, instead of going, I didn't really want to go Waller at 502, but this guy at the turn went rogue and took Herbert and Burrow. Completely taking us out of that. Anyone have any good teams yet? Yeah, drop team names in the chat. What team names are like? What's the move this year? What's the move this year with team names? You're the GOAT. Thank you, man. Not quite. What else we got in here? I'm going to land this plane, fellas. Just bear with me. I see Ron in the cockpit of the plane. I'm having a panic attack immediately. Mike Vick in a box. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it, dude. Some of you guys are scoundrels, dude. You guys are insane, bro. Yeah, I have Jefferson as my 101. This guy at the but there's certainly a case for Chase at 101. I don't know that it's like super clear. I just think that it's clear because I don't want to live in a world where I have no Jefferson. If you're taking Chase at 101, then you're going to end up with 0 Jefferson, which I don't think is smart. All right, so this is where we hammer running backs here. What's it going to be, Fantasy Dog Pound? Not quite sure what I'm gunning for here. He goes Bateman. All right, we're going to go Khalil Herbert and see what gets back to us. I'd have no issue going Dalvin Cook if Falcor lets him come back to us, but... You could talk me into a QB. You could talk me into a QB, but I think this probably should be a running back. Like, you could talk me into Richardson. You could talk me into securing a Kirk stack or even Daniel Jones, but I think I'm going to go Dalvin Cook here. I don't love Dalvin Cook at all, but... I'm going to go Dalvin Cook. I don't even really like Dalvin Cook. He'll give us points early on. You're a Jets fan, my dude. I don't know. 9th round Dalvin Cook in a best ball feels pretty fine. Now, we might get burned pushing QB to the 10-11 turn, but it felt like we needed to make up some ground at running back. And there's a lot of QBs up there right now that I'd be fine taking at this next turn. What do we got? Anyone got hot takes in the chat? Anyone got hot takes? I might do a little Twitter post tomorrow with some hot takes for the season. Maybe we'll do it. I will say I wanted to do a hot takes video because they are fun to make. I might do one for Friday, but I also feel like once that Thursday game starts, no one really is looking for hot takes. But what do we got? Give me some hot takes, man. What do we think? I actually wrote some down in my notes app that I was going to make for a video, and then I never ended up making that outline. Should I read off a couple of them? At least I think I wrote it down. I did write it down. Fantasyland in here? What's up, man? Love the late night grind. Keep killing it. Thank you, brother. What else we got? Team name Jason Derulo with the super chat. Thank you, man. What else we got in here? You said Burrow MVP, Lamar Jackson MVP. I like Lamar Jackson. Sean Tucker going to take over and be a league winner. I actually kind of... Sean Tucker being this year's James Robinson, I actually kind of love. Jake Ferguson's a tight end 1. I don't hate that. AR top 5 QB week 1. Gibbs will finish above Bijan. Dobbins top 8. Bills finishing 3rd in their division. Brian Breezy, D-Roy, I can't get there. Gary Wilson, wide receiver 1, is that hot? Like wide receiver 1 overall or top 12? I like the Cup Keenan Allen call there. And then JT plays 0 snaps. Those are decently hot. Mike Evans to the Bills. Oh, that's sweet. Hot takes. Checks to win home league this year despite being a complete bot. Musgrave's a top 5 tight end. That's pretty crazy. Gibbs leads the league in receiving yards. There's just no way that could happen. Addison more receptions than JJ. Oh my goodness. We're getting to Skip Bayless level hot takes here. Field does have the top 12 QBs. One of my hot takes I wrote down is that Anthony Richardson has a Cam Newton-esque rookie season. Or I think Cam Newton that year, in terms of like fantasy points, he might have been the QB1 overall, but I'm not quite sure. I think that he was probably like a top 5 QB, Cam Newton. He might have also led the league in rushing touchdowns or something crazy. All right, let's see who comes back to us. Let's see what comes back to us. Jamal Williams off the board. How's the point system work for this? This is half PPR, best ball. So they set the best lineup for you every single week just based on who scores the most points. And it just is like, okay, your top 3 wide receivers, your best flex option. It sets it up retroactively. And it's amazing. There's no trades. There's no waivers. There's no setting your lineups. Wow, we got Kirk Cousins to come back to us here. Do love to see that. Now we don't have a Cowboys stack, but you could talk me into going Dak here, but I don't think we have to. I think that running back here would actually make a lot of sense. I should have honestly. The smart play would have been to not take Cousins and force this guy to take a 3-headed QB of Cousins, Herbert, and Burrow, but kind of just had dog brain and jumped on it for no reason. Now we have to hope that this guy doesn't take one of the guys that I want. What's it going to be, bud? It goes Van Jefferson. Okay, thank God. All right, so we're going to go Mostert. Got lucky there. I don't really know. I really should have thought that through a bit more, but it is late, and I am sort of talking with chat. Ron breaks 50,000 subs. Pfft. No chance. No chance. Raheem or London in PPR? Probably Raheem, but it's close. Rams get the #1 pick. Sky Moore finishes top 24. I do kind of love that. What else is in here? Cardinals win the Super Bowl. Ron, where are you going to watch the game tomorrow? Probably my buddy Tom's house. I'm not quite sure just yet. It depends on when we sort of end up getting done streaming and what I end up doing tomorrow. But yeah, Thomas Anderson was actually in here hanging out for a while. He invited a bunch of us over. From Australia, been watching stream last few weeks. Is sweet. Thank you, brother. PPR Superflex, would you run Myers, Javonte, or Rondale in the flex spot? I'm going to say probably Javonte Williams there. But you could make a case for Jacoby Myers, but I would probably go Javonte. I'd go B-Rob over Brees. What's up, Brandon? Gianna Scully. Break 40K by Super Bowl, but hope for 50K. We'll really see, fellas. We'll really see. You gotta understand, I don't know. In season is never that crazy for us. Starts off sort of hot. We'll see. I will say the reviews on today's rankings video was pretty good. Seems like people like covering deeper into the rankings but not focusing on the top half. Like, I would much rather go through my RB 13 through 36 than my RB 1 through 24. I think that's the same amount of players, but yeah. But we'll see. I got some things planned for this season. Keenan, top 8 wide receiver. I like that. Arthur Smith uses Kyle Pitts. That would be pretty crazy. Favorite spot to draft from on Underdog? Probably like the 9 spot. Bretta James in your puppy earlier. Yeah, he's a super high volume player. I win Super Bowl tickets. How? A-Rich completes 40% of his passes. Who should I start in flex? Mike Dubb, Judy, Kirk, Deontay, or Herbert. Who should I start in flex? Probably Mike Williams. Yeah, Mike Williams by a good chunk there. Olave Oplay. That's a spicy one. What's up with the Watson injury? Drafted him tonight without knowing. Yeah, it was super out of nowhere. It sucks to hear. In week 1 or season long? I think in both cases probably Dulcich, but it's really close. Cards use Tune and he's better than Kyler? Oh my god. I'd rather answer start sit questions for 12 hours straight or stream Farming Simulator for 24 hours. It's extremely close. Probably start sit questions. I don't dislike it that much. Start reports that Gibbs is going to get a reduced workload tomorrow. I hope not. Casey feels like the perfect game script for him. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I don't know. Coach speak before week 1 is like always pretty tough to really take seriously for me. All right, we're going to go with Damian Harris here. Took Judy on this team. Could talk me into going with Russell Wilson here. There are other options like Stafford. That doesn't feel great. Stafford. Jordan Love. Yeah, we'll go Russ here. I'm not crazy about Russ, but I think he does make sense in this little pocket here. This would be a 3 QB build. Yeah, 3 QB, 1 tight end. Probably like a 3. Probably a 3-6-7-2 or something like that. Yeah. That's how we'll end up with this team. Farm Simulation's your real life. I think I'm not sure. I haven't done my QB rankings for week 1. I think I would lean Daniel Jones. Rookie in his debut is sort of shaky. Would you ever transition into different content? I don't think I would ever transition. But I definitely have plans in the future. Like, I mean, in my head, the goal is to get this channel to a spot where it's set forever. And I can just always do this. But there are admittedly down periods of the season that I would love to do other cool stuff. Like, I do love gaming. I love gaming. I've talked before where if we win like a 6-figure contest or something, I would love to invest it into some sort of golf content. That'd be more of a passion project, but I think that would be fun. But yeah, I would love to talk about other sports too. Like, I'd love to have some sort of either, I don't know, I'd love to do kind of like, I think like Theo Ash and those guys have like a podcast. I know it's Stay Hot, but I don't think, I could be way wrong, but I don't think they talk about just football. I could be wrong. Yeah, something like that would be cool. I love talking about college basketball, just basketball in general. You getting 2K Friday? I wasn't aware that it's already coming out, but my little brother actually pre-ordered it, and we like game share or whatever. So yeah, I will be getting 2K. I'm actually pretty hyped for that game coming out. Checo or Javante? I'd go Pacheco. I would go Pacheco over Jamal Williams. It's funny. I did drop a running back rankings video today. You play Farm Sim when in the winter as a farmer? That's pretty funny. What games do you play? Dota 2? I do not play. I play mostly sports games like Madden. I love 2K. I love to stream video games. I've talked about it before, but yeah, we most likely move out this off season. Now, ideally, we'd move into a spot that had a different basement. But I'd love to have a workstation because I don't have a tower, right? Like I don't have a stream setup. I'd love to have I love my workspace to be also a stream setup as well, where I could just like press a button and then boom, we're streaming from like a tower that, we could have a late night stream like this where I'm doing a draft and then I could hop on and like play a game of like Madden Ultimate Team and just like fuck around for the last like 40 minutes or something. Not that I would do that a ton, but you know what I mean. It would just have freedom to do other stuff. But yeah, I would love to. I mean, not anytime soon because again, I do want to get this fantasy football stuff to a spot where I can fuck around and do other things. But yeah, I think it's kind of dumb to veer off until then. $2K cross-platform? I've heard it's not. I've heard it's not on next gen at least. Why do you like college over NBA? I just think I think it's more it's a purer form of basketball to me. I think that kids just play with more heart. Like it's just more it just feels more like basketball to me. Like you can't travel like crazy. Kids are playing super hard across the board. You have really special stories and moments. Upsets mean more. Like, and I also think that March Madness is just like the best postseason in all of sports. Like, it's just the best. Conference tournament season is even really good as well. As much as like 7-game series makes sense for NBA, single game elimination in a 64 team field is just like insane. So yeah, I do just love it. It's the best college basketball. Why don't I make a second channel? I just don't want to take too much time away from this. Like down the road, I'm going to definitely make more than just this YouTube channel. It's just a matter of like I just don't think I don't think I've earned the right to mess around and make content anywhere else because I'd rather devote all my time into this, until we're pretty much set forever, if that makes sense. Not set forever, but maybe a silver plaque or something like that, I don't like it, but we're going to go Devin Singletary. Just a handcuff to Dameon Pierce in case if anything happens there. Nothing else really sticks out. Like, we need a 7th wide receiver. Man, we could take Stafford. I'm just really skeptical of Stafford. Like, I almost think that our cup bet is, like, partially a bet that he gets traded or something. Herbert, Cook, Raheem Mostert, Damian Harris. Trying to think. I mean, we could set something else up here if we wanted to. I mean, what other QBs are there? Tannehill, Kyler. We could set up the Bryce Young thing if we wanted to. But without Mingo, I don't love it. Could do Chark and Hayden Hurst and get Bryce Young. Right here. Oh. All right, let's see. All right, I don't even like Chark, but we're going to do it. Actually, no, we're going to go Stafford. It just makes sense. I don't even like it, but it just makes sense here. It just does. We needed a QB. We already had Cup. We have the Week 17 correlation. What else we got? You said you would watch the fuck out of your Twitch channel. I don't know if I would ever stream on Twitch, but I would, like, down the line, I'm definitely going to have some form of a gaming channel that I stream on all the time, 100%. Don't put yourself in a niche, bro. A lot of creators get afraid, put themselves in a box, but if you are broader on content, you'll grow even bigger. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that. It's just like I'm going to eventually branch out to other stuff down the line. It's just right now, it's not the smartest thing, I don't think. Like, it's sort of a mistake to just have a what am I trying to say? A variety channel these days. I'd rather just have multiple channels to put stuff on. But I just don't think I can put the time and resources into a side project until this main project is where I want it to be. Like, I'm still, like, in the grand scheme of things, I'm still, like, this is, just to be honest with you guys, like, I mean, this is late night real talk hours, if you will. You know, at, like, 22 years old, I don't feel a ton of pressure to, like, I have other stuff I want to explore, but, like, that's, you know, maybe 3 to 5 years down the line. Maybe less than that, I don't know. But there's definitely other things I'd like to explore, you know, other sports, other... like I said, I'd love to stream gaming. That'd be really fun. But I don't want to fuck around and, like, lose this, you know? Or not lose this, but not put all my effort into this until this is at a spot where it's like, yeah, for the foreseeable future, this can be a livable income that's never in question, you know? Because at the end of the day, I don't have a 4-year college degree. And this is the living, if you will. Miss. Yeah, exactly. You got momentum on YouTube and Fantasy World. Exactly. Again, the goal is just to get to this spot. I mean, if we could just get to this channel, it's like 100,000. And I could pull, you know, and there is down periods. Like, there's times, you know, during the calendar year where I'm not posting as much. But, of course, I'm doing stuff on the back end, like keeping up with rankings and stuff. But, yeah. Eventually, I'll be at a spot where I can justify putting time and resources into other stuff that I'm passionate about and side projects. I just don't think it has to happen yet. Bro's 22, dude looks 35, get some sleep. Never that. We got football tomorrow. How could I sleep, dude? How could I sleep, man? No, I agree. I don't feel bad about not having a degree. It's just like, it's just that, like, at this point, there's not really a backup option. So I need to get, like, the thing that we're doing here to a point where it's never in doubt. It's, you know, recession proof. Just a big thing here. I mean, we're headed in that direction very much because you guys have been going crazy. But yeah. Fellow 01, yeah. May 16, 2001. 100K in 2 years. We'll truly see. We'll truly see. It's so funny, dude. Like, I think most content creators are like this, but, like, we're completely at the will. Like, it's so funny, dude. If you looked at views across the board, like 95% of your views are coming from recommendations and the algorithm. Like, subscriptions are cool and they mean a good bit, but, like, the scary part is like none of the growth, none of the views whatsoever across the board are ever guaranteed. Like, you are completely at the will of what YouTube will put your content in front of. And there's definitely, like, It's a very low chance of happening, but there could just be one day where the algorithm is not as favorable to your content anymore. Unless if you are an established enough. I mean, even then, there's still dead channels with like hundreds of thousands of subs, which is like sort of scary. Let's see. We do need a tight end. Rams, Denver, Minnesota. None of these make sense for tight end. Rams, Giants, Denver, Chargers, Minnesota, Green Bay. I assume Musgrave is gone. Yeah, so nothing is there. We need running backs. Let's go. Let's do Deion Jackson here. We'll go Deion Jackson. I hate that I took him in the last draft too. But like 30 picks past ADP in a 0 RB build where we could just kind of use whatever points possible early on, and we don't have to decide when to start him because this committee's kind of ugly, and you have the upside that JT never comes back. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. So we probably need one more wide receiver. Rams, Denver, Minnesota. I never take Puka Nacua. But you know what, man? In this build, Puka Nacua, come on down. Jesus, dude. I hate that pick, but it is what it is. You're May 17, 2001? I love that. Ron is not like 35, and yeah, degrees are a scam. Yeah, exactly. Everyone's. I know I pop up on the algorithm. I know I pop up on it right now. I am just saying in like 5, 10 years when I'm trying to like have a family and like all of that, there's no guarantee that the algorithm is still showing my stuff. So the goal is to get to a spot where they, where you have a big enough subscriber base and everything that, into perpetuity it will, in theory. But yeah, I don't know what my rant is on about here. How'd you get a channel off the ground starting with 0 viewers and subs, dude? Simply, like, it was simply right time, right place, where as a 19-year-old, during the pandemic with not much to do, I could justify spending all of those time and resources for like 100 views. But it was just simply, it's super cliche, but like it is really just not giving up and just sticking to it. The first 100 videos that, like, if you just go to my channel right now, you go to like latest and you look at like the first video I ever dropped, like it's a sad showing. It is like me whispering in my at my old house, my other basement, like me whispering. I wasn't really acting like myself either. Like, it's just really tough to become comfortable on camera and like actually grow something. Like, you can get the 1 in a million thing where you figure out something that, like, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Like, I guess Sam Solik. No, Sam Solik, he kind of grinded for like 6 months. There's very few people that can just start and immediately be viral because they have such like a new and fresh idea. But it really is like, if you build it, they will come. Like growing from scratch. I mean, I was like putting it on like Reddit. I've talked about this before, but I was putting videos on the fantasy. Like, I'm banned on r/fantasy football. I can't post on r/fantasy football because I used to post like all my videos there. They would get downvoted. People would roast them all the time. They would just go crazy on me. That's why like hate comments and stuff doesn't really bother me. Like, dude, the Reddit comments were ruthless back in the day. But yeah, it was just like spamming those. Like, the algorithm doesn't pick you up for a while. But then eventually you hit on one. Like, if you go long enough and you experiment with thumbnails and video ideas, you will get there eventually. Like, the first one we had pop off was we posted that summer. Nothing really came up. But we had like Coach Sala got hired, and that was actually one of my first videos to get like thousands of views. Right? It wasn't even a fantasy football video. I just gave my take on Coach Sala getting signed and did a mock draft for that upcoming spring for the Jets. I don't know what I'm on about here. I appreciate that. You're saying I've gotten better on camera? No, Reddit is genuinely the worst. It was just the only way. Like, it was dumb to do it because, like, you're really only ever going to get videos from the algorithm, but, like, posting videos to Reddit is, like, door-to-door salesman work in the content game. Just because, like, you're just trying to get your content in front of as many eyes as possible on the off chance that, you know, you get a couple upvotes and, like, I had a couple of Reddit posts that, like, did well, but it's crazy. No, it's all, I 100% know what you mean as well. Like, a lot of my videos I do these days are in one take, and I could have never have done that 2 years ago. Like, these days, if I get the intro right, like, I just do the entire thing through the end. I figure at this point, I've gotten so many comments that I talk too fast that if I edited videos and did quick cuts between me taking breaths and stuff, it would just be too fast. Like, I rarely get comments where it's like, this should be edited, like, you're talking too slow, you're going too slow. But if you do it in one take, you can't screw up, which I've gotten better at over time. Does anything here even make sense correlation-wise? Tampa Bay, Carolina, or no, Tampa Bay, Saints, no. Baltimore, Miami, Seattle, Arizona. Good Lord, these all suck. We're going to go, fuck. Week 13 bye is brutal, dude. Cole Turner, and I don't like it at all. God, did I hate that pick. I had nothing there. I'm trying to think. Minnesota, Green Bay, Denver, Chargers, Rams, Giants. Nothing there. Couldn't take Knox because of the Week 13 bye. I guess I could have taken Knox and just taken a 0 with Waller. But in a $250 league, it feels a little bit flat to take a 0 in any given week. All right, fellas. I do appreciate y'all coming out here. This was a very fun live stream. Cole Bryant, I do appreciate this comment. You said, I've been around since 1K subs. Ron has always had the best content. Keep grinding, man. Thank you. And I do 100%, I do recognize that name as well. There's a very few amount of, like, OGs that I do remember the names of, but I do appreciate everybody. This has been a fun stream. I just figured, yeah, some late night vibes with, you know, games happening technically today now or tomorrow, depending on where you are in the entire world. But if you made it out to the stream, I do really appreciate you. Make sure you leave a like, you subscribe. And if you're new to Underdog Fantasy, you just watched these drafts that we just did, and you're like, Ron, what the hell was that? This is Underdog Fantasy. It's a best ball platform. You draft your team, and it sets the best lineup for you. So there's no trades, there's no waivers, there's none of that. You can get in as early as today. They also have, like, some special pick'em lines here. Actually, let's see. Do they have anything special? They do. I never promote pick'ems, so I don't have pick'ems by me. But if you're into pick'ems, right, they have higher, lower projections here, where you can, like, string a couple of them together. You pretty much get a freebie here with Mahomes, where Mahomes is, what, over 0.5 total yards. Yeah, so you get a freebie here, and you can just, you know, I don't know. I think 3.5 receptions. Oh, I actually love that for Gibbs. Oh, and over 7 receptions for Amon-Ra St. Brown, dude. I think give that to me. And you can 6x whatever you put on the entry. You can go higher, lower, all of that. You can find that on Underdog as well. So in addition to the best ball drafts, they also have these pick'ems that are, like, really cool. I'm just in Jersey. Like, I would do so much more content around these if I was in a state where I could. I don't want to give pick'em recommendations if I'm not playing them myself. But I do like these plays. I might have to sort of find them elsewhere, I guess. But yeah, make sure you check it out. Underdog Fantasy. Promo code Ron. When you use promo code Ron, they will match your deposit up to $100. We have the link in the live chat right now. If you click it, it'll take you to Underdog Fantasy. It'll use promo code Ron instantly. You don't have to enter it in, and you'll get your deposit matched up to $100. We also have the link to that in the description and at the top of the comment section down below as well. I do love you guys. Y'all are the best. Anyone that's out there on the Patreon, expect weekly rankings for week 1 by, like, 1 p.m. tomorrow. I'm going to sleep in ever so slightly, and then when I get up, I'm just going to start hammering away at the rankings for this week. As always, you guys are the best, and I will see y'all in the next one.